with all the things that are going on in the world as far as like turmoil and wars and destruction and all this stuff like that, everything that we thought was what the world used to be is clearly no longer about to be a thing. There's a new thing being created. And the reasoning why is, I will quote an excerpt from a beautiful book that we have found called The Esoteric Doctrine, something like that. What it's saying, to paraphrase, is that with all the wisdom and magic and understanding and love and power of the infinite divine, why do you think that the earth would ever be made as a mistake? This doesn't really make sense. Like, earth is a school, and we are here to learn. The things we are here to learn are much deeper than a physical level, but most people are getting pretty caught up in the physical means of earthly life. So we are here to, dive a little deeper than that.
To dispel the illusions.
Yes. And to start it off, I will read a poem that has, what's been happening in our lives has been opening up quite a lot of understanding, a lot of revelations. So here's a poem. Lately, I get lost in the synchronicities, the impossible means that my dreams materialize in front of my eyes. Souls that used to be a rare find, flowing in abundance like a river of lucid minds. The time that once boxed in the ambition screaming in my heart ceases to exist as I play. The emotions swing into moods of inspiration as I learn to surf the turbulent waves. The behaviors that once stuck to my psyche like a leech I couldn't reach turned out to be the blemishes I was meant to wipe away to discover what gems my soul wants to teach.
Yeah, good stuff.
See, so, while we're here, there will be a lot of people trying to give you so much advice. There'll be a lot of entities online who have no idea that you exist, that are trying to tell you how to live. You are the best compass for your life, Your soul is literally waiting for you to be ready to see the gems within yourself and then put those gems into practice to not only help yourself, but help other people. And all this stuff that you're seeing in the world is a big distraction from that.
Facts.
Because the veil is open. There is no more secrets. Everything that you really need to know is out there for you to know. Now all you got to really do is have the discernment to pick between the things that are just some BS and the things that are actually going to help you in life to understand yourself and what you're supposed to be doing here. So yeah, don't take everything so seriously. Write some poetry, draw.
Make some music.
Facts. Learn to play a little more. Learn to be wise and still have fun with a smile. You don't ever really see the yogis out there just looking really mad and mean and upset at life. It's actually the opposite. They usually are very happy.
And carefree.
Exactly.
Yeah, they just do whatever they feel, whether it interrupts your norm or not. Mm-hmm. They will, the highest yogis would, mm-hmm. Burp and fart and do all these things that will disturb a regular person.
Yeah.
So
I find that's the thing. It's kind of like you get so rigid into your routines and your patterns and your behaviors and everything like that. And that's what the world is experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
On a global scale, whether you believe it's a globe or not, uh, everybody is noticing the patterns that have been in place for so long, and they're crumbling because they don't make sense.
Facts.
They don't serve where humanity is going.
Yeah. This newer generation is seeing that the previous generations have basically been, you know, caught in a lie and sold a lie, really. Yep. And yeah, they're not subscribing to it.
Facts.
They're not subscribing to it. So they care less about the world and what's going on. You know, they're in a survival state trying to figure things out for themselves. And yeah.
And I feel like that's oh, look at the birds.
That's intentional.
Yep.
That was definitely intentional. The birds, and to get people to not care so much.
Yeah. Did you see, like, even as we make this video and everything, it's like, you know, we can take time to actually admire our environment at the same time. It's like everything doesn't have to be so rigid. You can have much more fluidity with everything.
Didn't we do a podcast on that?
We did do a podcast. Go check that out if you haven't seen it.
Yeah. Be the anomaly.
Be the anomaly. And that's the whole purpose of being the anomaly, is being unique, being yourself, not allowing the influences all outside you to continuously keep pulling you in these directions of hating this person, liking that person. Because all it does is it forces you into the pattern of favoritism.
Yeah. Creates separation between you and your counterpart when we're all supposed to be connected and all supposed to be one. And yeah, so all it is just creating division.
Facts. There's one thing that I've even noticed very recently is that as time goes on, the more that I fall in love with each little thing, the sand, the trees, the birds, everything.
The waves.
It's like all of life doesn't need favoritism. You kind of just start to love everything. You kind of start to find beauty in every moment of life, so that there is no real separation. Like,
that's also how you see people as well.
Exactly.
See the beauty in everyone, and the beauty in the light that maybe they might not see, but you still know that since we are all created from the same source, the same essence, and have the same things in us, that there's still a jewel in us all, whether whether we see it or not. There's beauty in everything.
And that's the task that I think most people are not willing to take, is if you want to be such a sage, such an enlightened person, such a wise being, and give the advice to, the masses, the people who you are actually here to help are not the other enlightened beings. The people who you are here to help are the people who are stuck, who are lost in the darkness, the people who are doing evil deeds, people who don't know of their divinity. So first, you would have to get to a state of being where it is easy for you to forgive. It is easy for you to look into a person and see the light that needs to be birthed or born, instead of focusing only on the darkness that's swirling around them. And that's not an easy task, because we're seeing a lot of evil come into the light in the world right now. And a lot of people are kind of spiraling themselves. But anything you can recognize in another, only reason you can recognize it in another is because you can recognize it within yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You see that capacity of evil within you, and you don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
So it is just a task of being aware, trying your best to purify that part of yourself. And then you are in the mental and spiritual state to actually help somebody else do the same. Then that's when we become like divine children.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
You fall in love with yourself
Mm-hmm.
before you can fall in love with another.
Exactly.
And that means the parts that maybe aren't so beautiful, the parts that you might not understand, but the whole point of being here is to understand more about yourself, is to uncover those parts that that may not get the light all the time.
Exactly.
Like, it's easy to always show the face value of things, but what's underneath is usually a little more potent and maybe might need a little more extra tender love and care, a little more TLC.
Mm-hmm.
And the only way to do that is to first bring awareness to it, and then when you have awareness of it, be kind with yourself, and yeah, just try your best.
Facts.
Yeah, try your best.
Most of the rarest crystals that you'll find in the earth, the outside of them looks like a normal dirty rock.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
you actually have to crack them open
facts.
to then look and be like, oh wow, this is a glistening, beautiful opal with all these different colors and a mixture of all these different kinds of crystal all in one. But see, if you just judged the outside of the rock, you would throw it away just like anything else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what people are doing with human beings. They're judging them based on their outer appearance.
Mm-hmm.
They're basically seeing like, ah, if you're beautiful, then I accept you. If you're not, then ill. Like,
Yeah.
when really some of the most beautiful people have not the best insides. And some of the, what you would consider ugly people on the outside have some of the most wholesome hearts and souls. And it's more of a task for humanity to blend those together. It shouldn't be that you get all the attention in the world just for being beautiful on the outside if your inside is ugly.
Right.
It should be more of a thing where we start to bring more attention to the souls that actually are birthing or spreading their light in the most authentic way that they can.
Authenticity is to be cherished,
Facts.
especially in this day and age we're at now, where there's a lot of
Fake.
fake, a
Fake
lot of
everywhere.
Yeah.
And with the advent of AI, it's becoming even more. So one thing that we must be very aware of is that what's happening right now is the prerequisite, the pre-era of what AI is truly meant to do. There will be a whole generation of human beings that have almost no critical thinking, that have no skill acquisition. They don't learn things. They don't read. They don't try to solve problems. All of that stuff will be outsourced to AI, and then humanity begins to resemble automatons, robots.
Yep. Yep.
And
Cyborg, if you will.
exactly. So we must preserve our authentic humanity. And the only way that that happens is we must continue to create using AI as an assistant at best, but continuing to evolve our expression of who we are into whatever we want, whether that be a painting, music, a sculpture, a lecture, a video, whatever it is. Don't let AI become your God subtly, where every time you need to address anything that has to do with your life, you must go talk to ChatGPT.
Yeah. Don't let it be your crutch.
Facts. Facts. Because it can easily become a world where there will be robots everywhere. There will be, just like cell phones weren't around in everybody's hand, almost everyone will have a little robot assisting them.
Yeah.
And there will be artificial intelligence in that robot, recording, learning, understanding who you are as a human being, your triggers, all of these things to better advertise to you, better comfort you, and keep you in a cycle of just consumption rather than creation. And that is what we are here to do, because we are images of the Creator. We are supposed to be creating. That is when you feel the most fulfillment as a human being. But if you have no critical thinking, because every single skill that your mind is supposed to possess has been outsourced to some other thing, then you're kind of losing your humanity.
Yeah. Slowly but surely.
And then that's when it's kind of hard for you to feel happy. It's very easy for you to feel depression and anxiety and all this stuff like that, because now you've pretty much forfeited all of the control that you have of yourself, which is the only thing you really can control, is your mind, heart, and soul. That's it. So if you start letting something else take over that, then you're forfeiting your ticket to paradise, which is what this is supposed to be.
Exactly. A lot of people are focusing on the bad and really reinforcing it when you focus on that, and making this place a hellish place, when it could be, and it has the possibility to be, a heaven.
Exactly. Because if a billion minds all believe that this is supposed to be a hell, or it's turning into a hell, best believe that you'll start seeing it. Like, you're going to see those people materializing and manifesting that belief. Because there's so many people aligned in that one belief, but it's the same thing on the opposite side. If everybody believes this is a paradise, then you'll start seeing it and witnessing it. Like, most people are seeing war and all that stuff like that, but these are fabricated wars. These are, people have made these happen on purpose. Meanwhile, this don't look like war. There's many places on earth that people are at peace. They are enjoying life and understanding themselves better and better every single day. But if you focus on social media, it will tell you everything's falling apart, when really, no, it's just a new beginning. That old world is falling apart. Now it's up to you to choose, what are you going to do now? What world are you going to make now? Because you can have your slice of paradise. You can create it however you wish. But if you just focus on all the reasons why you can't, then you never will.
Agreed.
So that's the task. We are here to play in the great sandbox that is Earth, and build whatever sandcastles we can imagine. And if sometimes they get knocked down, I will build another one.
Exactly. Because we have that ability. That's the beauty of being here in this time, being alive, we have fingers and hands and whatnot. We have the ability to make anything that we can think of.
Exactly.
And so, with that being said, it's just a matter of now going forth and putting pedal to the metal, as they say, action. You have to put action now forward.
Facts.
It's okay to plan and everything, cool, but now you have to
act.
You have to act. You have to act.
And that's the thing that will change everything.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
As much as we love to talk about the mental side of everything, how your mind is really able to change so many things in this world, you have to act upon all of these ideals, all of these thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
If all you do every day is get online and express your frustration about what's going on in the world, then you're doing the opposite of what would actually solve the problem,
Mm-hmm. That's
which is acting.
Yeah, that's just expending energy into something that you really can't change.
Exactly.
I was just talking to this with someone else yesterday, but when you put like energy in towards something that you literally physically can't change, you're wasting your energy, and there was really no point to it, and there's no change. Like if it's above a single person, you can't actually do anything.
Nope.
And you're better off trying to fix or help yourself and put your focus on your light and putting it together and getting it properly aligned, so that then if you were to create something, it would change the world for the better.
Exactly.
Like you're putting your energy into something that will help boost, benefit, elevate minds, elevate people, elevate just thoughts in general. Like the whole point is to build something that can influence.
And that influence is going to have to be a very good stream of energy. Like it's going to be have to be an authentic stream of energy from you that you have cultivated in a way where you have to dig deep into all the faults and all the things that could possibly derail you, so that when you send out your energy, it's actually like something that people can use as a foundation for themselves. Because if your foundation is very full of holes,
sandy,
yeah, if you try to go and try to spread that foundation to other people, you're basically just setting everybody up for not so great of a time.
Facts.
But if we all cultivate a great foundation within ourselves, and then we each come together and continue to spread that foundation, then the whole world can start to build from that.
Facts. Facts. We're transmuting all of the pain and the things that we've gone through in our life and shifting it so that it has purpose.
Exactly.
Like there's a lesson there in this pain and the things that you had to go through. But if you could change these things into maybe something that could inspire someone that maybe they've gone through some of the same things, now you've become a beacon. Now you've become a glimmer of hope in the darkness. And that's
a lighthouse on Lost Soul Shore.
Facts.
And for anybody who's interested, the poem that I read at the beginning, that will be included in a collection of poetry that will be coming out very soon. And it will have that title, A Lighthouse on Lost Soul Shore, because that's what we need to be. We need to be lighthouses for all of the souls that are lost at sea with no way to go, no compasses guiding them. They need beacons.
Facts.
And we are the beacons. You are the beacon. So be the anomaly.
Be the anomaly. Always.
Be the light. And as always, peace be with you. All right.
Yay?
Can you hold this?
See.
My leg. My leg.